Good morning, viewers. Welcome to MouShauk. Today, I'll be discussing the skeleton locomotion, movemental locomotion chapter. This one, question answers. Okay. So, some question answers I'll be discussing today, and the rest will be in my next video. So, before I start, I will request you to please do subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed it, and if you are a new viewer to my channel. And if you're liking the video, press the like button, share with your friends so that they can also be benefited from these videos, and do meditate before you start your day. Okay. So we will also start with a short meditation, and then we will continue with the discussion. Okay? So for meditation, let us sit straight and concentrate on the point of light. Think that light is flowing into the source of energy, which is giving you that energy, helping you to get your body energized, to be happy, get interest in your work, to very closely whatever you're doing. You can see that your head is light, no worry, no tension, and you can start whatever you are studying and participating in the favor within the master situation. So, thank you. Thank you for joining. We will stop here and start with the discussion. The first question for today is name the following. That is the second vertebra of our vertebral column, that is axis. The joint which is present in the elbow is the hinge joint. Okay. The number of true ribs, that is 7 in number, 1 to 7. Rib number 1 to rib number 7. Okay, 7th rib. Then parts of the appendicular skeleton, they are the bones of the limbs and the girdles. The bones of the limbs have forelimbs and hind limbs. And these forelimbs have what? Humerus, then radius ulna, then carpals, then metacarpals, and phalanges. So this is humerus. This here, this is ulna, this is radius. Okay? So radius ulna is there, then carpals are there, then metacarpals, wrist bone is the carpals, then these are the metacarpals, then the finger bones are phalanges. Hind limbs also, we have femur, the fibula, then tibia, then patella, patella is the knee bone, then tarsals, then metatarsals, and again phalanges. In the case of girdles, we have two girdles, that is pectoral and pelvic. Pectoral is the shoulder girdle, pelvic is the hip girdle. Okay, pectoral has clavicle and scapula, and the pelvic girdle has ilium, ischium, and pubis. So all three bones are fused together. Okay, then complete the following. First, we have dash is the bone of the upper arm, that is the humerus. Cervical vertebra consists of 7 bones. Dash is the voluntary muscle, limb muscle is the voluntary muscle. Then dash is the breastbone, the sternum is the breastbone. The number of vertebrae which are present in the lumbar region, thus as 5. Dash is a part of the axial skeleton, the skull. Okay. The joint present in the shoulder is ball and socket joint. Then triangle shaped bone in the pectoral girdle is known as scapula. Okay. Then choose the correct option from the bracket and complete the Okay. So humerus is the bone of the leg, hand, skull, or shoulder. It is of the hand. The joint present in the cranium, that is immovable joint. Okay. Joint that is present in the hip girdle and the femur, that is ball and socket joint. The protective covering of the spinal cord is known as vertebral column. Number of bones in man is 206 bones. We have, okay, humans have 206 bones. The bone present in the upper extremity, okay, upper extremity is humerus. Upper extremity means upper portion of the body. Upper extremity means hands, limbs. Okay. So the joint present in the knee is hinge joint. Okay, one side it can open. Then right true or false, ball socket joint provides free movement. That's true. Acetabulum is present in the pectoral girdle. That's false. Acetabulum is present in the pelvic girdle. Biceps and triceps are antagonistic muscles. That's true because they are coordinating muscles. Okay, one coordinates with the other, and one stretches. And when one wants to, that is, when biceps stretches, it cannot relax unless and otherwise biceps pulls it. Triceps contract. Okay, so coordination of the muscles takes place. They define joints and antagonistic muscles. The first is joint. Joint is what? Joint is the junction between two articulating bones. Then antagonistic muscle is what? A structure which has been moved by the muscle, which cannot return to its original position without the action of the another muscle. I told you, so when the biceps has relaxed, it cannot contract unless and otherwise the triceps relax. Okay, so this coordination has to be there, otherwise the muscles cannot work. So such muscles causing opposing movements, they are known as antagonistic muscles. Okay, next is explain the synovial joint. Okay, it is a type of joint which is found between bones that can freely move against each other. Okay, like for example, joints of the limbs like shoulder, hip, elbow, or knee joints. Okay, this joint has a joint cavity which is filled with a fluid known as joint synovial fluid. Okay? Joint cavity is synovial cavity, which is it's a sac-like structure which is filled with synovial fluid. The cavity is covered by a membrane known as synovial membrane, which in turn is covered by a capsule, joint capsule. Okay? The joint capsule is covered by a ligament which joins the two bones together and prevents them from dislocating when you have a normal movement. When we normally move, then the bones will not dislocate because they are joined by the ligament. Okay? Now, the cavity which contains the synovial fluid looks like a sac, and that acts like a cushion between the bones which prevents any shock. Okay? The bones which face each other at the joint have an articulating cartilage. Okay, each have an articulating cartilage. So the diagram looks like this. See, this is the sac. Okay, synovial sac, which is covered by this, which has the synovial fluid, which is covered by a synovial membrane, which is kept in a joint capsule, and it is covered by ligament. Okay, joint, and these two bones which face each other will have a cartilage. Okay, articulating cartilage. Next is describe the types of ribs. Okay, we have three types of ribs, that is true ribs, false ribs, and floating ribs. True ribs are from ribs 1 to rib 7, which are directly attached, coming from the vertebra, and it's joining the sternum. Okay. Now the false ribs are 8 to 10, which attach each other and then attaches to the 10th rib. So 8 to 10, they will attach each other, come and join the 10th rib, and then they will join the 7th rib. Okay, with the help of hyaline cartilage. And ribs 11 to 12, those are floating ribs. They will not join the sternum, but they will start from the vertebra, remaining connected with the vertebra, thoracic vertebra. Okay. So these are about the ribs. Now state the functions of the following. The ribs function, they form the main structure of the thoracic rib cage. Thoracic cage or rib cage, which protects the thoracic organs. Okay? Main vital organs like heart, lungs are protected by this rib cage. Now the ribs function is to help during respiration, that is in inhaling and exhaling. Okay? Then glenoid cavity function is it enables the shoulder joint to get the highest flexibility, that is 120 degrees, as compared to the other joints. Okay, the glenoid cavity where the shoulder joint happens, there is a ball and socket joint, and there is a high flexibility, highest flexibility where the bone can move, the humerus can move about 120 degrees as compared to the other joints. Okay, the cranium, it protects the brain. It provides a surface for the face muscles to adhere to. Okay. Then the function of the muscles, it provides the means of all type of movements, because all type of movements are performed by the muscles with the help of bones. Okay. Then covers the skeletal framework and also gives shape to the body. It helps to maintain body posture while sitting, standing, and walking. Okay. Then distinguish between the following: smooth and striated muscles, smooth and striated muscles, smooth muscles and striated muscles. So smooth muscles are involuntary muscles, while striated muscles are voluntary muscles. Okay? Smooth muscles are attached around the walls, the stomach, blood vessels, iris, etc. Whereas striated muscles are found in the limbs. Okay? And these smooth muscles are uninucleated, where striated muscles are multinucleated. The smooth muscles are non-striated and single-shaped. The striated muscles are skeletal. They're skeletal muscles and they are unbranched. Okay. Smooth muscles, their movement speed is very slow. Whereas in case of striated muscles, this movement is rapid movement they have, and they can fatigue very easily. Okay. Then we come to the difference between hinge joint and ball and socket joint. The hinge joint is here in this a cylindrical protrusion of one bone is there, which articulates with a triangle-shaped depression of the adjacent bone. Okay, so a cylindrical protrusion of one bone is like this, and there is a triangle-shaped depression of the adjacent bone is like this. Okay, so this is the cylindrical protrusion, and the other bone will have this type of protrusion. Depression, sorry. In this depression, this protrusion will get inserted. Okay. Movement is restricted in one plane only. The movement cannot be backward. Only one type of movement will be there. This joint allows bending and straightening only. Okay, bending and straightening like the elbow, knee, and ankle joints. Okay. Then ball and socket joint is they have a head of one bone which articulating with a cup-like socket. Okay, where the of the adjacent bone, but it can move to higher flexibility. It has higher flexibility. When it can move to high degrees. Okay, then movement can occur in three planes. Okay, the joint allows the greatest range of movement, like shoulder and hip. Okay? Then write the location of the following: pelvic girdle. Pelvic girdle is located in the pelvic region between the thigh and the abdomen. Okay. Then the gliding joint is found in the wrist. Okay. Then ligaments are at the joints. Okay. Ligaments are found in any joint because it will join bone to bone. Now state the uses of the skeleton. What are the uses of skeleton? Okay. So it provides a support to all the soft parts and gives the body and its parts a definite shape. So all the soft parts are protected, are supported by the skeleton, and it gives a shape to the body. Okay, the body and its parts. Okay, then it protects the several delicate and important organs. Okay, by forming a case of bones, like the skull, protecting the brain, the rib cage, protecting the this heart and the lungs. Okay, so many vital organs, delicate organs are protected by the skeleton, forming a case. Okay, then it helps the movement of the bones. Okay, with the help of the muscles, it can move the bones. Okay, then move the whole body around. It forms livers sometimes at the joints to increase the speed and distance of the movement by the muscle. Okay, so like first class liver, second class liver, third class liver we have, no? So that is formed at the joints. Okay, the skeleton forms this type of liver at the joints with the help of muscles. It will increase the speed of the movement and distance of the movement. Okay. Then it forms certain types of blood vessels, especially blood cells, not blood vessels, blood cells, including RBC and WBC, which are formed in the hollow space of many bones. Okay, hollow spaces or the marrow of the bones, long bones like femur. Okay, so RBC and WBC, they are formed in the bone marrows, okay? Long bone marrows. Then it is a storehouse skeleton in the bones. The calcium and phosphorus, the minerals are of the rest of the body are stored inside these bones. Okay? So it acts as a storehouse. Now check the function of the pelvic girdle. Pelvic girdle is it articulates femur. Skeleton, it gives the shape to the body, allows movement, makes the blood cells, provides protection for organs, and restores minerals. Then tendons, it connects muscle to bones. Like ligaments connects bones to bones, tendon connects muscle to bones, which facilitate movement of a limb, okay, of our limbs. Then synovial fluid, it acts as a shock absorber. It allows the ends of the bone without friction and lubricating the joint. Certain nutrients needed for the cartilage at the end of the bones and carries away the waste. Okay, certain nutrients which are needed for the cartilage, okay, at the ends of the bones and it carries away the waste. Okay, sorry, it contains certain nutrients. Okay, it contains certain nutrients which are needed for the cartilage. Which are these nutrients are stored at the ends of the bones, okay, and those nutrients are found what in the synovial fluid. It also carries the weight. So and also it acts as a shock absorber. So this much for today. Okay, so please go through these text videos as well as this one question answer videos. Besides this, if you have any questions on this chapter, you can please refer to this text video, or you can ask me in the comment box as well as at my email ID, that is kasturi74@gmail.com. Okay, and stay tuned. Please have a watch and do subscribe. Okay, so thank you for joining. Have a good day.